Hey guys, welcome back. Today's problem is design browser history. So from the title itself, 50% of the problem we are very clear that what the problem statement says and what we would like to design. Before we proceed, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. We solve a lot of competitive problems. Alright, now let's begin with the problem. What problem says is you have given a browser with a one tab and you are given a home page and visit the another URL and get back in the history number of steps or move forward in the history number of steps. Let's understand what we want is we have given this URL, we have given this one tab and this URL, and then we go with the visit other different URLs and we would like to go move back and forward in the browser history. That is what we would like to design. So here we have some already inbuilt methods and constructor given in the class browser history. So we have one constructor which has initial URL visit URL, okay, and then we have three different methods in it. One is visit the URL, which will be adding to your current URL list. You will add one more URL, then you will go back, you will click on back. So for that we have one more method. So here it says move steps back in history. So if I click two times the back, it needs to go back two times in the history. If you can only return x steps in a history, and if steps is greater than x, you will return only x steps, return the current URL after moving back in history at most steps. So what it says is, let's say we have only two URLs in a history in the back. Okay, now if you ask for three steps in a backward, then we only have, as we only have a two steps, we will return a two steps only in the back side. Okay, if it is there, then we will return a three steps. The same goes for the forward also. Move steps forward in history, if you can only forward x steps in a history, and if there are steps is greater than x, you will forward only x steps. Return the current URL after forwarding in history at most steps. Okay, so that's also says the same thing, like if we have a requested steps in the forward history, then we will move to that many steps. Otherwise, whatever the number of steps we have, we will return the last steps we have. Okay, now we have there are many different solutions to this problem. Okay, so based on the different data structure you select, we have a different solution for that. Now let's understand two different solutions for this problem. Alright, so the first approach we have is a two-stack approach. Okay, we already know that how the browser history works. It is always having the same structure it follows as what our stack data structure follows. It always having a last in a first out. So whatever the last URL we have visited, that is going to be the topmost in the history. Okay, so here we have four websites that we are going to visit, and let's say that for URL we already having in the stack. So this is what it's this is going to be. Let's say if we take this is going to be, it's a back history. Okay, and we are currently at this node, or we are currently at this point. We are visiting a facebook.com. Okay, now let's say I'll call a back method and having a two steps. Okay, so in that case this pointer will move to the 2 points back, and our latest is going to be at this. So it will return a leadcode.com. Alright, so in that case we have this two sites now in our forward history, and this is already there in the backward history. Alright, now let's say next time we called a forward 1. Okay, so in that case we were at here, we move one step ahead, and then our current is now pointing to linkedin.com. so we'll return a LinkedIn. Okay, now when we move at this point, our backward history is now this two sites, and our forward has been reduced to this many sites. Okay, so if you see, when we move one point to the forward side, at that time we have taken the previously our forward was having a LinkedIn also, but as we move to the forward side, we moved our forward or LinkedIn to the in the backward side. Okay, and we have taken that LinkedIn from the forward and we moved it back to the backward side. Same goes when we were at here Facebook. At that time we do not had anything in the forward side when we started it. Okay, at that time this all three were in the backward history. So when we moved your Facebook to the back side to the leadcode.com, all right, so we taken this two or LinkedIn from the backward side and we moved it to the forward history. Okay, so what we can do here is we can have two stacks. Okay, one is for your backward history. Okay, and another is your forward history, let's say. All right, okay, now what it says is like, first we have added this all websites. We will add it into the our backward history. So first we have Google here, then LeetCode, LinkedIn, and then Facebook. All right, at that time we do not have anything in the forward history. So when we call backward, this operation back to, so we move to the this node. Okay, so at that time we will pop this two from our backward history and we will push it to the our forward history. So Facebook and LinkedIn. Okay, so this two will remove from here. Our latest pointer now in the backward is pointing to the leadcode.com. So we will return a leadcode from here. So next what we have asked is we want to go forward one node. Okay, so in that case we will take one node from the leadcode, from the forward history. We will push back to the, so these two are not there. Okay, let me clear it out. Okay, so this is what the current state. Now what we want is we want to call a forward one step. So we will take one from here, LinkedIn, we'll push it to the backward history and we will return. Our current pointer is now at this point. Okay, and we'll remove it from the forward. So we'll take always from the forward, we'll push back to the back history, because when we move to the forward side, so whatever there in the backward side, backward history, that is going to be your pointer moves to here. So these are URLs, now it is going to be your back history. Okay, so that way when you move to the backward side, your forward history may grow. When you move to the forward side, your backward history may grow. So that's how with this two stack mechanism we can achieve what the data structure or whatever the browser history we have requested. Okay, now the second approach is we can use doubly linked list also. Okay, now let's understand with that. All right, in the previous example we have used text to maintain a history of this browser site visit. Okay, the same history we can use a doubly linked list also to maintain the history. Okay, so whenever there is a new URL visit comes, we will append that into the whatever your current, and we will append it to the next, and we will move our current to the next level. Okay, so let's say if you are at here initially, you are at here. Okay, so when we are calling a visit to LeetCode, at that time our current is going to be at here. So we will create a new node. Okay, and we will create a link between current and the next node, and then we will move our current pointer to the here. Okay, so same way at the end we have this kind of a data structure doubly linked list we have created, and our current pointer or current node is currently pointing to the facebook.com. So now let's again call our previous two operations back to. Okay, so in that case your current is at here, it is a doubly linked list, so we can go two step to the previous node. Okay, so we reach to the here, your current is now pointing to this node, and we will return a value from that node. Okay, now we would like to go forward 1. So you are currently at here, you can call on next, so you will reach to here, so that will return a LinkedIn in the result. Okay, and let's say we again call from here, again call a visit, and let's say we have YouTube. Okay, so from here currently we have forward history as a Facebook. So what problem says is, whatever the current history in the forward you have, when visit calls, your next or your forward history should be erased. Okay, so this data needs to be erased. Okay, and that needs to be pointing to the youtube.com. Okay, so what we can do is, you are current at here. Okay, and then you can point, instead of whatever you have in the forward, you can point this to the directly to the your new node. This will point to the null. Okay, so that way your whatever the problem says, your current history should be erased. So in that case we can remove the link between these two, and that way we have directly the forward history is erased. Okay, and that way we can get a, here we do not need to return anything, so it is going to be null. Okay, and that way again we can go back and forth with a doubly linked list. So here the advantage is, when we want to call a YouTube or we want to call a visit and would like to erase the forward history, we do not need to remove anything, or we do not need to erase each node in the forward history. Just break the link between this node and create a new link between a new node. So that way we can have a better performance in this case. Okay, now let's write down a code with this doubly linked list solution. All right, now let's first define our class. First we will define a node, because we want to create a doubly linked list, and node having a previous and next pointer, as well as it will have URL, because we want to store URL also. And you will call a node having a constructor as, when we call a node having a string URL, at that time we would like this to be initialized with the null, and this dot URL is equal to URL. Okay, so our node class is ready, because we want to create a doubly linked list. So we'll first define it in that way. Okay, now let's first define also at the class level, we will define one current pointer, because that is what moving back and forth. Okay, now let's first define a code in the constructor. Okay, so we have home page as a URL. So first we will create a node and we will assign it to the current node. Okay, so create a current node is equal to new node, and we will pass home page. Okay, so we have passed our home page, we have created our current node, and that will work for now, because we do not want to create anything else. So we have created our work. Now let's write down a code for visit. So in the visit, what we want is, we want to create a new node, and we would like to add it into the current node. So whenever there is a new node, what we want is, we want to add that node in the current. So let's write it down. So first we will create one current node. Let me temp node is equal to new node, and we'll pass a URL. Okay, now your current dot next is going to point to the new node. Okay, and temp node dot previous we would like to link with the current node. Okay, And now let's move our current node pointer to the next node. So current dot next. Okay, so that will be currently pointing to the whatever the URL we have passed to it. Okay, so we have written our visit method. Now let's write down a logic for bake method. So in the bake method we have given a number of steps. Okay, so we would like to iterate till we reach to the 0. The other condition is if there are number of steps in the bake history, if it is greater or if it is lesser than that, then we would like to the return the last whatever the steps or last URL we have into it. So let's say we will iterate it while your current dot previous not equal to null and steps minus minus is greater than 0. In that case current is equal to current dot previous. So what the first condition says is if we have enough previous or enough entries in the history, then please continue, otherwise stop when we have a last entry in the backside history. And same way the other condition says is, let's say we have a 3 URLs in the back history and we want only 2, so in that case this one will be this one will give you the 2 steps. So in the last return current dot URL. Okay, and same goes for the forward also. So while your current dot next is not equal to null and steps minus minus is greater than 0, till that point just go forward dot next. Okay, and return current dot URL. Okay, so this will go this many steps in a forward direction and it will return the URL from there. Okay, so this looks to be good. Now let's run this code or compile it. Okay, so this is what the given input, and this is correct output, and this is what the expected one. Okay, this looks to be good. Okay, now let's submit it. Okay, it got submitted. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you like it. If you have a different solution, would recommend to write it down into the comment. Thank you.